Hi, I'm Lynn Bridgeford from the Aether Bias Clinic and Aether Bias Yoga, and today in our Quick and Easy series we're going to look at some exercises for the feet and ankles. Very simple exercises. I will show you an option you can do in bed before you get up, something that you can do once you sit up, and then a few things that you can do throughout the day. They're very simple. If you do them well and precisely, then you will get a lot more flexibility in your feet and your ankles, which will help everything through your body. So you will need yourself and a place to lay down, a place to sit. You may also need either some blocks or a box that you can drop your heels off the edge. And if you have a belt or a dressing gown cord, that's also an option. So join me in a minute for quick and easy foot and ankle exercises. We're going to be working with strength and flexibility at the same time, and also by good alignment. So although I recommend doing these laying down in the morning, we're going to start with them sitting so you can see better. So you can sit with the support behind you in the chair. And we can do one leg at a time, or we can do both together, whatever works for you. So we're going to straighten the leg as much as you can. If you can't straighten it, you can have the knee a bit bent, and we're going to point and then flex. So pointing is reaching the foot away and lengthening and watching that the foot goes as far as possible in line with the lower leg, and then send the heel away, draw the toes back and point and flex. You can shake it about in between. And the other one, start with it as though it's flat against a wall, point and flex, point and flex. I'm just doing the hands to show you. Shake it out. So we could do them together. If your core's strong enough, we can point and flex, point and flex, or we can do one and the other. One points, one flexes, a little bit like paddling the feet. And we don't want to just flap them about. We want to really move as though we're moving against a little bit of resistance. If you want to add a little bit of resistance, you can use a belt or a dressing gown cord. Place it around the ball of the foot. You can have the leg bent if it's too tough to straighten it, and then keep the thigh muscle engaged, keep your core engaged so you're nice and balanced. If you can straighten the leg, knees and toes up to the ceiling, and we're gently going to draw the toes back. So keeping the legs straight, tucking the elbows in, keep the spine nice and level, neck in neutral, and gently draw back. So we have the heels pushing away. We're actually using the bands to do this, and the foot is relaxing. The next thing we're going to activate, so we're going to push the foot into the belt and resist a little bit with the hands. Make sure that you've got a straight line from the ankle to the foot, and then draw it back. Nothing should hurt. So when we draw it back, we're relaxing. When we push away, we're activating. So this will be working through the feet and the ankles and gently stretching the Achilles as well as the plantar fascia. If you want more out of the plantar fascia, turn the hands, palms up to the ceiling. Again, look for evenness, that the foot is in line with the lower leg and the knee in line with the toes. If you can't straighten the leg, that's fine, just bend it, keep the thigh working, and then draw the elbows into you. So you're drawing that foot back, relaxing the calf. So we're relaxing in the ankle and the foot, and we're using the hands to pull that in. We're going to resist with the belt and push the foot into the belt and resist with the hands. So we're activating that foot and ankle, keeping it in a straight line, and then relax it and draw it back, also keeping a straight line. Push away into the belt and relax and draw it back. After doing that, we want to just shake them out a bit. You probably don't want to do the belt in bed, because if you've just woken up, you want something quick and easy, extra quick and easy. So I'll show you how to do that in bed, the point and flex, in a moment. So we're going to do smiley toes and grumpy toes. So again, with the legs straight, you can do one at a time or both together. We're going to point the foot, and then we're going to draw up as far as we can to the edge of the smiley. Then we're going to point the foot down and come back up. So we're drawing a big smiley, keeping the legs still. So all the work is in the foot and the ankle. Now you may not be flexible, just work where you are. You might have a smaller circle, or it might be less pointy, don't worry. And the other side, so point the foot away, draw up to the corner, point and draw up, just the foot moving, smiley toes. You can do them both together, particularly if you've got support on your back and your core's strong enough. So we're going to do pointy toes, and then we do smileys. The smiley toes, do it mindfully. You can do it opposites and you can do it both the same, just to mix it up a little, keeping the legs straight and relaxed. So after smiley toes comes grumpy toes. So again we're going to point, and then we lift up to the corner, and then we're going to lift up and over. There's not quite as much movement in this, so keeping the leg as still as possible. Draw a big grumpy face with your toes. You will get a little bit of movement in the leg in this one because there's less flexibility this way. And shake it out. And the other side, point, lift up to a corner, and grumpy over, up and over, up and over, up and over. So we can do those both together if you like. So grumpy, up and over, going the same way like windscreen wipers, or you can do them opposite kind of windscreen wipers. Shake the feet out. So if you have a block or a box or books or something you can put your feet on, where you can have your heels hanging off the edge. And we can do two things. We can do the rises and we can do the heels down. So we can do them opposite, we can do them together. And this I would suggest, if you're going to do it in the morning, then do it after you've done the bit in bed that I'll show you in a moment. So what we're going to do is we're going to press the toes into the whatever you're sitting on so that your heels come up. It's a bit like standing on tippy toes, and make sure, just have a look and make sure that those ankles are in line. And then we're going to push them down, and the heels are going to hang off the edge, so we're going to push and we get a stretch on the back of the Achilles, the back of that ankle. Then we can do it opposite, bring one up and push the other down, and change, and get a sense of that feeling of the foot being in line with the ankle rather than going out to the side. So that's working for that strength as well as flexibility. So that's paddling the feet. It's time to go to the morning in bed. Some of my students and patients tell me that they have a lot more flexibility and strength in their feet and their ankles since they started doing this before they get out of bed. So aiming to have the legs straight, and we're going to do the same thing. We're going to point and we're going to flex as we point, keeping the legs straight. Point the feet away, lengthen down the front. Draw the toes back, send the heels away. Legs, kneecaps and thighs are engaged. And point and flex. You can have a little shake in between. Then we're going to do the smiley face, smiley toes, and you can do them opposite ways. Then we're going to do grumpy toes, so bring them up to the edge and over and over. Draw a nice grumpy toes face, or you can do them opposite windscreen wiper, and give them a good shake out. You can also bend the knees up and raise the heel on one foot, press the other heel into the bed and raise up. You can't look at your ankles here, you need to get a feel of whether they're straight. So going up on the tippy toes on one, pushing the heel down on the other. You should have a little flexibility in your mattress. One heel goes up, the other goes down. Alternating, and then shake it out. Just a few simple ways to activate, strengthen and stretch the feet and the ankles. You can do it underneath the desk, you can do it sitting in a chair, you can do it laying down. If you want to practice your balance, you can do it standing, but I would rather you put the effort into what you're doing. So work with that gently. You're getting all the blood flow going around into the feet, stopping things stagnating in the ankles. So just getting that movement. It's good if you've got any injuries that you need to get fluid flowing and get the toxins drawing away from where you may have had an infection. Nothing should hurt, so don't do it with a fresh injury unless you've been examined. And just to get yourself moving before you get up out of bed. If you've got any kind of back issues, low back issues, they can feed down to the ankles, and you don't have to be older to wake up with stiff ankles. You can have it from having a back problem. So it's good if you get the feet mobile before you get up and start walking around. Thank you so much. That's Lynn Bridgeford, Aether Bios. Please subscribe, like, write in the comments below, and go across to my other channels. I have Instagram, Lynn Bridgeford. I have Facebook channels for the clinic, for the yoga, and interact with me on all the channels, and I would be happy to connect with you. If you have any questions, don't hesitate to ask. Thank you so much.